Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another Wednesday video. I'm Marg from Creative Stamping with Marg. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from St. Albert, Alberta, Canada. Today we are going to make a gift card holder, easy one, and it is related to Christmas, but it can be done for other occasions also. I'll show you a sample that way. And I have a lot of Stampin' Up! News again on my desk, so let's get down to it. Okay, so you can see I have lots of things on my desk. So let's start with this one. The product of the month was released yesterday. So this is replacing our Celebration promotion that we used to have every year. So every month at the beginning of the month, and it happened to be December 2nd this month, they are going to release a product of the month. In order to receive this product of the month, you must spend $100 on one order and you can purchase the product of the month. This month, the paper is 12 by 12 designer series paper called True Blue Florals. You can have a look at it online. It looks like it's beautiful paper, all the colors of blue if you like that. And it's available while quantities last. And you can add, I don't know it will automatically add it to your order, but you can add it to your basket once your total reaches $100. Okay, so that's our first exciting news about the product of the month. Okay, I've got the paper pumpkin kit is here. This is the December kit, watercolor in bloom, and it needs to be subscribed by December the 10th, so you have another week to do that. And the add-on dies are called Abundant Joy dies. They went with October, November, and now the December kit. Okay, and the good news with Paper Pumpkin is there's a sale right now if you are wanting to subscribe from December 1st to December 9th. They're calling it the Cyber Monday sale, even though Cyber Monday's gone. There is a sale on the prepaid subscriptions, so the 3-month, 6-month, and 12 months. So it's quite a savings if you're at all interested. And the first kit that you would receive would be this December kit. Just so you know, it won't start in January, it'll start in December. So there's that to look at. All those details are online, or if you need help, please contact me either through my Stampin' Up! Website, margaretgorn.stampinup.net, or on email, mrgorn@shaw.ca, and I can answer those questions for you. Also, the last chance list has been updated, and just to show you, I've gone through my stock of stamps and dies, and this is my pile that's all on the last chance list now. So I've really cleared out a lot of stamp sets and dies that are heading onto the last chance list. So you need to check that out. There's some good buys to be had there. A lot of the Christmas stamps and dies and papers, so do check it out. And there are 2 new kits that have been introduced, that were introduced yesterday. So those again are online. Okay, let's get to our gift card. It's just a regular card, so I will, regular looking card, I should say. So our designers, or our cardstock paper is Pretty Peacock today, and it is 5.5 by 11. So that's a little bit of a different measurement for you. You're going to score it, I'll put it this way. You're going to score it at 2.5 and 6 3/4. And then, of course, when we fold it, that makes our card. And this flap is going to fold to the inside. So it's going to look like a regular card, but when you open it, there's going to be a flap in the inside. And for this flap, we're going to do some cutting. So I've got my paper trimmer here, because you need to measure up 2 inches on this flap, and we're going to cut it diagonally across like that. So we're going to do that right now before I give you the measurements for all the other papers. So you need, into your paper trimmer truck, you need that fold there, and then I've marked off 2 inches right down here. See if I can make that work. So the fold goes in there, and that goes in there like that. And I'm going to cut up like this. And that triangle we don't need, but now it's going to look like this. So Hope you can see that. Okay, so that's the part that's going to hold either money, a check, a gift card, a scratch ticket, whatever, it's going to hold it in there. Okay, so that's, just put this to the side for a minute. We will need it again. I haven't used my bone folder to crease this yet, and I better do that so it stays nicely. So we'll do that and this. All right, there we go. So our designer series paper, we're going to need a piece that's 4 by 5 1/4, and I am using Season of Elegance paper that's in our annual catalog, and it reverses to that. You can see I've already attached a piece of ribbon just to save some time. So this ribbon is the gold striped mesh ribbon. It's an online ribbon. It went with the Cheers and Sips suite, I think. Okay, so I've already attached just a piece of ribbon, and I just attached it with Scotch tape on the back. So that's going to go on the front of our card, like that. You need another piece of DSP that is 2 1/4 by 5 1/4, and it is going to go on our flap. So I need to trim that, obviously, to fit on our flap. And I've also cut a 1/2 inch strip, 1/2 inch by 4 1/4 to go on the inside. I'm using Very Vanilla as my inside color, so I've cut a piece 2 3/4 by 4 1/4, and that's going to go on the inside for the greeting. And I am using the Ornamental Christmas die. The dies look like this, and I've got the star here. I've cut the star out of gold foil. So we've got that. So that's going on the front. And my greeting, I used this circle from the Stylish Shapes. So it's the 1, 2, 3rd smallest right there. And again, out of Very Vanilla. And I'm using the greeting from Jar of Joy. It says, wishing you the sweetest Christmas. So obviously this is going to be a Christmas gift card holder. All right, now I'm going to cut our designer series paper that goes in here, and then we can get rid of our paper trimmer off my table. So how I'm going to do this is I am going to measure up on here. Just a minute, I need a pencil and my ruler. I'm going to measure up 2 inches on here, like that. And I just want to put this on here so I can have a look at it. There's my line. I think that's not right. Let me look again here. Oh no, I can see. Sorry, I couldn't see my mark. My mark is right there. So that's not really quite right. So what I want to do is I think I will put that piece of paper there and just cut it like that. Let's see how that looks. I'm going to just use I'll move this out of the way so I can use my table here. And I've pushed the paper right to the bottom, and I've centered it side to side, and I'm just going to turn it over, and I'm just going to do this. And I'm going to cut it and see how it looks. Let's see how well we did with that. May have to trim it a little bit, but this give us a good idea. So here's my piece. I'll put it into my trimmer. There's the point. I don't want to start my cutting at that point because I might smash that point. So I'm going to just go like this. And let's see how we did. I may need to trim it a little bit more. Yes, I do. So I'm going to take just a little bit off of here. So say 1/8 of an inch off of there to make that straighter, I think. Whoops. And my cutter's at the bottom. So we'll take that, just that little strip off and see how we did there. And I'm still not quite right. So I think I will take 1/8 of an inch off the bottom. This is always a challenge, isn't it? I'm sure there's a better way to do this, but this is the way I usually do it, and it usually works out okay. So that looks better. So I am just going to put that on there like that. Now I can see my little pencil mark here, so I'm going to erase that and erase it there. Okay, so there we go. We'll get rid of this now. All right, so we can start getting our pieces glued together. Just looking for my silicone mat. Here it is, hiding on me underneath my computer. There we go. Okay, let's get this glued together. I think we'll do the front first. So I've already put my ribbon on, so you have to do your ribbon first, and then I'm going to tie a little other piece of ribbon in there. Sorry. So we'll glue this on the front, and I'm going to use my Tombow liquid glue. Okay, so I'm just going to do this right over top of the ribbon and the Scotch tape, and glue it centered on the front like that. Okay, that looks good. And we will glue our angled piece on here. And so I want to match it at the bottom with this one, and I'm looking at it and I'm thinking it's pretty tight fit there, but that's, just don't know how happy I am with that. I might want to trim that again. So I'm going to just do it off camera here on the side, so you don't have to struggle watching me again. Move it into the frame. Just take another 1/8 of an inch off and see if that maybe made a difference. I think that's better. So we're going to go ahead and put this on. I could have used this other side of it, but it was very, very much like my Pretty Peacock card base. So I thought, oh, I think I better use the part with the gold. Just make sure you get it right up to that point, your glue, so that it'll stick well. Okay. And I'm looking at the bottom mostly here to make sure that I'm kind of keeping it in the same line here. That looks pretty good. Okay, so there we go. And of course, they're not going to be seen because it's going to be folded back like that. We're going to put some tear and tape just along the bottom. You can close the side of it, but if you're putting in, say, a scratch ticket, it would be bigger. Here's a gift card. So a gift card would slide in here okay if you did glue this part down. But I like to just do the bottom, and then you can have a photograph, you can have a scratch ticket, and it fits in here. So I will take my tear and tape, and we will just put just a piece of tear and tape along the bottom here. I'm almost thinking, sometimes I use my tear and tape and I peel off the paper and then I add some liquid Tombow glue, and I kind of think that even holds it better. So we'll see how I do with that. Undo this like that, and I will just add a little Tombow glue on here. Just a line of Tombow glue, and see if that holds it better. Unfortunately, in the dry climate that I live in, I find my glue sometimes lets go. I had a class on the weekend and I had made some little treats for them, little packaging, and the packaging had opened by the time I came down in the morning to get ready for the class. The packages were all open again, so I had to add some glue to it. So okay, so that looks really nice, and we'll just let that sort of set, because I know it's we don't want to get glue on there. I will add this little strip of 1/2 inch paper to the inside, and I've already cut it at 4 1/4, so it should be the right length. I may need to trim just an edge on it, and I haven't put any greeting on here. I think I'm going to handwrite something in there that says, you know, enjoy this little treat or something like that, because I'm not exactly sure what kind of a gift card I'm putting in here, or if it's money, or if it's a scratch card, or just exactly what I'm going to do yet. So I will just kind of leave that open for myself. Okay. I just will trim off that little bit that's sticking out. I do see a little bit sticking out here. Okay. There we go. And I think what I'll do, I know I've shown you this trick before, is I just take a little bit of glue runner because I haven't stamped or written on here yet, and I don't know what I want to do. I'm just going to just attach it just with a little bit of glue runner, so very little, and I just stick it in here where I want it so I don't lose it, and it's ready to go when I need it. And if you want to take it off, you just twist it and it'll come right off. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Let's work on the front here. My thought was I was going to put "Wishing You the Sweetest Christmas" here and the star up here. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to add that little strip of ribbon. So I will do that before maybe I put that on. So I was going to I didn't know if I wanted a bow here or just tie it in a knot. So let's see how I want to do this. Just maybe tie a knot and have a look at it. There's a lot of gold on this paper, and with using the gold star, I didn't want it to be too overwhelming. So sorry, I never know which way this is going to go when I tie it. Kind of left that a little long, didn't I? There we go. So here's my scissors here. Ribbon scissors. I'm not sure yet, so let's just see. I'm going to put that maybe there and this up here. It can go either side. It could go in the middle. You could tip it a bit. I kind of like it tipped like that. And I think I will put, I'll maybe move this. You can slide this knot over now. Maybe I'll move it over a little bit and tie it a bit tighter. Just a sec here. Tie it a bit tighter, and I will trim my ends like that and like that, and put that on there like that. Okay, I'm going to put that up on dimensionals, and I may put a dimensional right in the center of that star and have it up on dimensional. I think that would look all right. And one of our dimensionals fits right in the center. So peel your backing off. And I think just to make it a bit more interesting, I will put it at an angle. Just going to do it like that. Okay, take the backings off of this. So this is a very quick and easy card to make if you're needing to make some gift card holders, or you're giving, like I said, money or a check or a scratch ticket to someone. I think this would be a perfect one to use. There we go. Now you can tuck this underneath if you think it's impeding your writing there. We can do that like that, or you can slide the knot over. All right, so there's the front of our card. Very simple. Opens like this, and you'll have your gift card in there. So that's that for that card. We used Pretty Peacock ink, and our card base is Pretty Peacock. The paper is Elegance, Season of Elegance, and I used the Jar of Joy stamp set, and the dies from Ornamental Christmas to use that star up. Now, I could cut one of the little gold stars and put it on the inside too. That would look good. Or you could have cut that ornament out of this one, or one of the trees, because this is a very versatile, very versatile. And I didn't notice if this one was on the last chance list. I don't think I saw it, but I would have to look closer. I just had a quick look before I came on today. All right, so that's my card for today. Gift card holder, nice and quick when you need something fast. And I will show you my original. This I made a long time ago. This was another, beautiful card. I love that paper, full of life. And there's my slot. And you can put a bookmark in here. Or like I said, a gift card. You can put money, you could put a photograph. So it works for a lot of reasons. So I like to have gift cards on hand, especially at Christmas time, because I have adult children, and we often give, you know, gift cards or a check or something like that. So I hope everybody enjoyed that. And if you need a gift card holder, this is a nice one. And easily done, uses up a fair amount of designer series paper, which we're always trying to do. I'm not putting any other embellishments on this card because I think it's got a lot of bling on it already, just with the gold paper. The paper is so beautiful. And you could make that in all the different colors because that paper had red. If you remember, there's the pretty peacock. It had the red paper, and it had a green. There's the red, and it had a green paper, which I was going to say I don't think I have any, but I do. There's the green, and it also had basic beige. So there was lots of choices. You could make lots of these cards using this paper. So there's all the choices for you. So it was beautiful paper, lots of gold in it, and the other side is, you know, the more muted pattern, so that could be used also. And the pretty peacock looked like that. So very pretty paper. All right, I sure appreciate your thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any of the Wednesday videos. And I hope to see you next week.